If you still think New Jersey suburbs are sleepy bedroom communities, it's time for a reality check. Jersey City's property values are growing 4 to 6 times faster than Manhattan's. That's a jump of 14.3%. In 2025, places like Jersey City, Montclair, and Hoboken aren't just competing with New York City, they're actually winning. We're talking faster commutes, bigger homes, better schools, and walk scores that rival Manhattan. And the surprising part? People are starting to trade city life for this suburban mix. Let me break down why this trend is growing and what it could mean for your next move. When you look at what your money actually gets you in these areas, the difference is hard to ignore. It's not just about paying a little less than Manhattan prices, it's about getting more space, more lifestyle, more long-term value. Let's break down the numbers that are driving this shift. $1 million buys you about 1,122 square feet. That's based on a rate of $895 per square foot. And this isn't across the board, it's median. Manhattan is much more expensive than that. In the West Village, space costs about $2,111 per square foot. In Tribeca, it's around $1,860 per square foot. Brooklyn, another competitor, is right up there at about $1,600 to $1,800 per square foot. Montclair offers more space for your money square footage wise at about somewhere between $600 to $800 a square foot, which means that $1 million buys you just about 1,626 square feet. This is not across the board. These are median numbers. The inventory really just depends. It isn't just about the extra space, it's full lifestyle change. Think about the difference of a small 1-bedroom in Chelsea versus a 3 or 4-bedroom home at Montclair with a yard, parking, easy access to Main Street, and all of the conveniences of that. Value proposition is key in New Jersey suburbs. Jersey City offers 1,824 square feet per $1 million at $548 per square foot. Maplewood, 1,912 square feet at about $523 to $600 per square foot. Summit, similar value, 1,929 square feet at about $518 per square foot. Each of these towns gives you at least 3 times more space than Manhattan for a very similar budget. Montclair's home values grew 6% in 1 year. Manhattan's growth was slower at 4.2% during the same exact time. Maplewood saw an 8.4% increase, and Jersey City really led the way with a 12.1% growth according to many reports and statistics. Even New Jersey statewide average growth, which was about 5%, is beating Manhattan. Here's something you'll want to know. There's a reason these prices are climbing so quickly. It has everything to do with who is moving here and why. I'll show you those migration patterns a little bit later, but here isn't just about space right now. It's about faster wealth growth compared to staying in Manhattan, better schools, trends that are supporting strong future performance as more people are making this move. New Jersey is known for higher property taxes. These will average per municipality and per township. But here's the catch. New York City's tax system can lead to even higher total payments. New York City's median property tax bill is about $9,000 to $10,000 a year, the highest among the 50 biggest metro areas in the US. In comparison, a $500,000 or $600,000 property in New Jersey, depending on the municipality, could average anywhere between $10,000 to $20,000 per year. Plus, New Jersey buyers avoid New York City's municipal income tax. That can save you thousands every year. Hoboken has a slightly lower effective tax rate of 1.48 right now as of this recording, but tax rates do vary. Some areas are closer to 1%, some are closer to 3%, and you really need to talk to an expert about what these taxes are, what they pay into, and why they are what they are. Budgets are passed in New Jersey every July, and then they trickle down to each municipality. And so that will be, that will vary what your rate of taxes is going to be, but talk to a professional about that, your real estate agent / me. we've been talking about space and value. So while you're dreaming about upgrading your living situation, why not upgrade your YouTube feed too? Hit subscribe now for exclusive local insights that real estate listings don't tell you. I share the insider details about Jersey City, Hoboken, and Montclair that only locals know. And here's the thing, it's not just about space or price per square foot. What's really driving this shift is how these suburbs are reinventing what community life looks like. From parks to schools to walkability to services that are available for people, let's talk about what families are experiencing right now. I didn't expect this either. Some New Jersey suburbs have higher walk scores as high as some Manhattan neighborhoods, but here's the twist. They're not just walkable. They also give families something that Manhattan just cannot. Real parks, real playgrounds, real green space, and a little bit of room to breathe. And what's happening in these communities right now might change the way that you picture suburban life. That's right, suburban life. Exceptional walkability metrics, challenging Manhattan. Hoboken has a walk score of 98 out of 100. That's higher than most neighborhoods in Manhattan. Jersey City's historic downtown scores 96. It offers real city-style convenience, and Montclair has a score of 89. It blends suburban space with excellent walkability and accessibility. Maplewood scores 86, which easy to walk to, stores, restaurants, accessible for all. Summit comes in at 88, another great option for walking access. And here's something to know. While Manhattan parks are often small plazas, these locations offer real green spaces. Jersey City has many large parks for families. Liberty State Park gives big waterfront views and space to play. Lincoln Park has classic park features and covers a large area. The Hamilton Park is a popular gathering spot downtown with a beautiful playground and splash pad, as well as dog runs. Van Wars Park, a lot of the same, gives the neighborhood a smaller green space. These parks offer more than grass. They offer sports fields for kids and adults, playgrounds fit for different age groups, water splash pads that add summer fun, dog runs that let pets enjoy the outdoors, community gardens that help families grow food and flowers, events that are happening all the time, festivals, farmers markets, movies in the park. Hamilton Park has the yearly Hamilton Park Festival, and all of these things really bring the community together. Montclair has lots of natural spaces. The Alonzo B. Bonsall Wildlife Preserve protects local animals and parks. Edgemont Park is great for walks and outdoor fun. Mountainside Park adds hills and trails. Nishwin Park fills more community needs. Recreation here in New Jersey goes beyond parks. There's nature trails that help you connect to the outdoors, sports fields hosting casual teams and games, community swimming pools, and playgrounds that really work for people of all ages and all mobility needs. And Montclair also has strong arts and culture. The Montclair Art Museum hosts exhibits, as well as the Wellmont Theater brings concerts and shows. The Jazz Festival draws really big crowds every year. The Film Festival brings indie films to local screens. Overall, Montclair feels a little bit like that Brooklyn creative energy, but with more space and nature. For growing families, what's interesting is that it's not just drawing families, but it's also drawing a lot of younger single professionals that are interested in a little bit more quiet time, a little bit of green space. And you'll see exactly why these neighborhoods are showing up on their radar. Hoboken mixes city access with small town charm. Parks are placed carefully across a very small 1 square mile radius. Church Square Park, Pier C Park, Elysian Park, Elysian Fields. It was where actually the first baseball game was ever played, was in Elysian Fields. Basketball courts stay busy. Open spaces let kids run free. Hoboken also hosts a lot of really big community events. They have an arts and music festival, the Mutts Fest, the local Italian festival, the St. Anne's Festival. Maplewood supports an active creative life. Maplecrest Park offers sports fields. Memorial Park has even more space to play in. Baseball and softball fields are dedicated to local teams. Basketball courts are all around and they offer fun for all ages. Tennis courts provide many options for people. Maplewood also cares about the arts with a full division of arts and culture that runs events all year long. Art shows highlight local artists. Maplewood Stock is concert series, which happens in the summer, and it's a really big tradition. Summit's family-friendly lifestyle. Summit is known for being great for families. It has an active arts community. Parks are everywhere and they cover all interests. Glenside Field, Soldiers Memorial Field, Wilson Park. The Family Aquatic Center offers a top quality pool experience. The municipal golf course makes golf accessible to all. Education and enrichment are part of life here in Summit. Summit Public Library, the Reeves Reed Arboretum, gives kids a way to learn from nature, and it is just really lovely to stroll around. Community events happen all year round. Family Fun Night brings families together. Summit First Thursday offers monthly local activities. School rankings support family moves. The Northern Valley Regional High School District is ranked number 1 statewide, and it holds an A+ rating in academics, teachers, and college prep. Summit Public Schools comes in second with similar A+ ratings. Summit Public Schools stays in the state's top 10 with an A grade. Montclair Public Schools hold an A- and rank 63rd in the state. South Orange Maplewood has a combined school district. They rank an A-. Even some Hoboken public schools are ranking A- these days. These are strong school results that matter a lot to families choosing where to live. And again, there are also some grade A schools in Jersey City as well. Population growth confirms popularity. New Jersey's population grew by 1.3% in 2024. That's almost double the national rate of 0.7%. More people are moving here for the lifestyle and community as it continues to rank one of the best states to live in. The growth confirms what the market already shows, that suburbs are in demand here. This goes way beyond a few parks or playgrounds. These are suburbs that are creating full communities with events, green spaces, and schools that are pulling families across the Hudson River into our beautiful state of New Jersey. Let's dive into what life actually looks like here. Let's talk about something that most people don't expect when they think about moving to New Jersey: the commute. A lot of buyers imagine long, painful train rides, but the reality in 2025 is a lot better than you might think. Current commuter patterns and growth path ridership reached 18.7 million passengers during the first 4 months of 2025. That is a 7% increase from the same time last year in 2024. This shows more people are choosing cross-Hudson transportation. For residents, this means better commuting options and experiences. Hoboken gives fast Manhattan access via PATH train in just 15 to 20 minutes, beating most commutes even from New York City's outer boroughs and intra-New York City. Jersey City has an average commute time of about 35 to 37 minutes. Both often offer faster trips than subway commutes from Queens or Brooklyn. These times challenge the idea that New Jersey commutes are longer. Path rides are averaging around $3. A 30-day unlimited path costs about $120. That's a good deal for daily commuters. For comparison, the MTA monthly pass is $132. So New Jersey commuters save just a little bit of money there. The monthly savings may seem a little small, but they add up over time. Multimodal transportation advantages here in New Jersey, specifically Hoboken residents, have more transit choices than most places. They can take the PATH, they can use the New Jersey Transit rail service, and they can also use the New York Waterway ferry as well as the bus. If one system has delays, they can easily switch to another. The New York Waterway ferry runs from both Jersey City, Hoboken, Weehawken, and they are expanding their service across the rivers. It offers direct trips to both Midtown and downtown. While more expensive than PATH, the ferry offers a different experience. It's scenic, it's calm, and compared to subway travel, it's over the Hudson River. This makes commuting feel like a little bit of a lifestyle and not just a chore. It very often attracts professionals who care more about comfort than cost or specific location that they are commuting to. When you look at all these options, trains, ferries, bus, path, it starts to make sense why more high-earning professionals are making the switch. They're choosing a little extra commute time for a lot more comfort and space. Later, I'll show you exactly who's making these moves and why the demand for these suburbs keeps growing. People are making trade-offs. A slightly longer commute feels worth it for better quality of life. New Jersey Transit offers direct trains to Penn Station in New York from the outer suburbs. Summit has about a 31 to 35 average commute time, Maplewood about 33, Montclair comes in at about 38 to 40. These times challenge the idea that suburban commutes are always long and hard when you balance the time against the extra space and lifestyle upgrades. The choice makes a little bit more sense. Additional commuter costs considerations: a monthly New Jersey Transit rail pass from Newark to New York City costs about $150. Bus service is a little bit cheaper, but it's per zone, so make sure that you know of all of those rates on the New Jersey Transit website. These price levels fit different budgets. The cost structure makes suburban commuting possible for many income levels. Infrastructure investment improving future commutes. The Gateway Tunnel project is a $16 billion plan to build a new Hudson River tunnel by 2035 with 4 extra tracks that will connect New York and New Jersey. This will reduce delays and improve commuter reliability. It's a long-term investment showing that this region's transit is a priority. In 2024, New Jersey Transit served over 225 million riders. They're now investing over $1 billion in 174 new multi-level 3 rail cars. Another 200 cars are planned for the future. These new trains will replace older models. Features like automatic drop devices will make the system run more smoothly. This shows a real focus on improving service quality. There are also path improvement initiatives. The Path Forward program is making really big upgrades and some much needed projects that include track repairs for better reliability, new bridge areas, improving network reliability as well, new rail cars to increase comfort and system capacity. There are also station upgrades, which will improve rider experience. 4 main stations are getting these focused upgrades: Hoboken, Grove Street, Newport, and Exchange Place. Hoboken station upgrades are scheduled to finish by 2025. The full program should wrap up by 2026. These upgrades show a serious long-term plan for better transit, daily life impact assessment. Commuters now enjoy faster rides and less stress. They also have more transportation choices. The whole commuting experience now feels like a lifestyle upgrade. Long-term infrastructure commitment, billions in new investment show this region is a transit priority. New tunnels will add capacity and reduce delays. New trains will improve comfort. Better stations will make commuting more pleasant. These aren't short-term fixes. They're structural improvements that will keep getting better for years to come. And with billions being invested in upgrades, new tunnels, new trains, and better stations, this isn't a short-term improvement. It's a long-term game changer for anyone thinking about making the move. But commute time is just one piece of the puzzle. What's really making people rethink city life is how these suburbs are blending urban energy with suburban comfort. And that's exactly what we're talking about now. The urban-suburban hybrid revolution is something big is happening in these New Jersey suburbs. They're no longer just affordable alternatives to the city. They've become places where you can have space, community, and still keep that urban energy that people love. Jersey City's comprehensive urban development, the Harborside project, is bringing 3.2 million square feet of new space, including homes, offices, stores, and places to eat and relax. The housing will help meet the demand while keeping the city's feel. Parks and gathering spots will help build community life. The Bayfront project is also growing the city's waterfront. On the other side, on the Hackensack River, homes there will use an eco-friendly design. Shops will meet everyday needs. Public spaces will give neighbors places to meet and gather and connect. Jersey City's growing culture and food scene. Newark Avenue hosts many cultural events. Jazz festivals bring live music. Craft beer festivals celebrate local drinks and food. The restaurant scene now feels a lot like Brooklyn's farm-to-table spots, focusing on local food. New restaurants just continue to really come into the forefront in all areas of the city, not just downtown or on the waterfront. Co-working places like The Yard give flexible work options. Remote workers now have more places to work outside of the home. This helps people balance home and work life. Hoboken's urban upgrades. Washington Street is getting some big streetscape updates with larger sidewalks, brighter lighting. Storefronts are getting a fresh look. The project should finish in 2026. Hoboken keeps its historic charm during these updates. Cultural events stay strong. Sinatra-themed shows honor local history. Live music adds fresh energy. The Arts and Music Festival brings visitors from across the area. Hoboken has 4 co-working spaces. This helps people working in different hybrid options and fits really the growing demand for today's work style. When we dig into the migration reality check, you'll see exactly why these hybrid options are pulling in thousands of young professionals who can't imagine giving up city amenities. Montclair is investing in key neighborhoods. Uptown is getting big upgrades. Bay Street is also seeing new projects. Cultural spaces are improving as well. The Art Museum Plaza is being refreshed. Montclair now hosts big city-level events. The film festival draws major focus from big celebrities. Major movie premieres happen at the Montclair Film Festival. The Claridge Cinema shows independent films all year round. The Wilmot Theater hosts concerts and plays. Montclair's food and work life restaurants meet all tastes from casual to upscale. Some really do rival some Manhattan spots. Food choices keep both locals and visitors happy. Co-working spaces help remote workers stay productive. Maplewood supports modern work styles. Maplewood Co-work has 6,000 square feet of office space. Cultural life is busy too. South Orange Performing Arts Center hosts some pretty big shows. Maplewood Stock draws some huge summer crowds. Public spaces are changing as well. Downtown feels more like Portland, Oregon, and not a typical suburb. The new design encourages people to meet and connect around Main Street. The Old Village Theater will become something new. More social spots are coming. Rooftop bars are adding nightlife. Cafes keep opening up. The Committed Pig is part of this new food scene. Together, these changes make downtown more lively and social. Summit's downtown has many shops and restaurants. Plaza Park expanded in 2024 for more events. New workspaces fit modern needs. Office Revolution offers professional co-working. Roundtable Studios offers another work option. Summit also focuses on inclusion play. Maybe Playground now works for kids of all abilities. Design updates make sure that everyone feels welcome. New bars and restaurants support active social lives. T-Bar is a new favorite for locals. Downtown is growing into a fun evening spot. Summit now blends family-friendly days with lively evenings. A new suburban model. Transit upgrades make it easier to reach the city. New projects and events build stronger communities. Towns are adding modern perks, but are keeping their local charm. The old city versus suburb idea no longer applies here. All these changes are creating better commutes, stronger communities, and new development are making people take a second look at the suburban areas of New Jersey. But who is actually making the move? The next part might completely change who you think is driving the suburban renaissance, including one demographic that real estate experts never predicted would leave Manhattan. So who's actually making the move to these New Jersey suburbs in 2025? It's probably not who you think. The latest data shows a big shift in how people decide where to live, and the reasons behind it might actually surprise you. Recent data shows a major change in how Americans choose to live. By 2024, 43% of moves happened for reasons not tied to job location. Family connection is now a top priority for moving. 30% of people moved to be closer to family and friends. Another 21% moved for better housing value. This marks one of the biggest behavior shifts in home buying in decades. The old idea of job-driven moves is fading a little bit faster, and we really see that with more rentals in the city. Remote work now reaches 20 to 25% of suburban households. Lifestyle factors are now more important than work location. Professionals want a better work-life balance. Many are leaving $5,000 or $6,000 a month Manhattan studios. They're buying homes in Jersey City with a little bit more space, waterfront views, amenities that are within reach. Early career buyers value quality of life as much as career growth. Families with young kids are also moving. They're leaving Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx for townhouses that are kid-friendlier spaces. They're buying Montclair colonials or Victorians with real yards and outdoor play and pools. Education is also a major driver too. Families now focus on outdoor space for child development. Established professionals, high-income earners are also moving. These buyers could afford Manhattan, but are choosing the suburbs because of quality of life over being so close to the office. Fewer days in the office, if they're averaging 2 to 3 days a week, make the city less necessary. High earners are putting their money towards space, not just location. This trend goes against past assumptions about wealthy buyers, remote work as migration enabler. In early 2025, 40% of jobs had some component of it as remote. Nearly half of job seekers wanted hybrid roles. Another 26% looked only for fully remote positions. In New York State, 29% of jobs are now hybrid. This remote work shift is permanent, not just temporary. It's setting a new normal for a modern workforce where people can actually live. They have flexibility at work, making suburban living possible without slowing down their careers. The New York, Newark, Jersey City area gained over 213,000 people from 2023 to 2024, becoming the fastest growing metro area in the country. Growth comes from more people staying and from international migration. The population rise shows the region's strong economy and lifestyle appeal. This growth supports the case for suburban investment. New Jersey's population grew 1.3% in 2024. That's the fastest growth in the Northeast. More international workers are choosing New Jersey suburbs over New York City. They want space, better education, and stronger communities. This trend challenges the old pattern of people immigrating to cities first. New York lost 120,917 residents between July 2023 and July 2024. New Jersey's loss was much smaller at 35,554 residents. Both states gained international workers. New York added 129,881 international residents. New Jersey's population growth was mostly due to international workers moving into the state. Lower out-migration rates shows stronger retention in New Jersey. Recent price increases reflect a growing demand. Many Manhattan buyers are now choosing areas like Montclair, Summit, Short Hills, Maplewood. They're moving from $1.7 million apartments into $2 million homes. Professionals are picking Hoboken over Brooklyn, showing the shift in value there. The market is proving that the suburban value proposition is real, with rising prices showing how demand is reshaping these areas. Economists call this the donut effect. People are moving from city centers to lower density areas nearby. High urban housing costs are pushing people toward the suburbs. The suburbs now blend city amenities with more space. Economic trends show suburban growth will continue. Suburbs are adapting and creating a new hybrid living model. Hybrid work will likely keep these migration trends going. Families will continue choosing space and better amenities. 5 suburbs stand out as leaders in this shift: Jersey City, Hoboken, Montclair, Maplewood, and Summit. These areas now offer urban lifestyle perks with suburban benefits. Space and lifestyle balance is improving while keeping the best parts of suburban life. Several factors now combine to create a strong value proposition for people moving to the suburbs. Better space for money compared to the city, diverse and reliable transportation options, rich community events and services, strong population growth keeps these areas in high demand. New Jersey suburbs are no longer a second choice. They're becoming the first pick for many buyers. This new model is setting a fresh standard for metro area living. New Jersey suburbs aren't just keeping up with New York City anymore. They're setting a new standard for what modern metro living looks like. New Jersey suburbs aren't just competing with New York City anymore. They're winning. You get better value per square foot, stronger communities, great schools, and more reliable commutes. Plus, you still get the urban feel with suburban space. For families, the choice is clear. And for professionals with remote work flexibility, it's becoming just the smart move. If you're thinking of buying or selling in New Jersey, or you want an honest advice about your options, send me an email, michelle.mamoli@compass.com. I'll help you understand what's happening in this market and what makes the most sense for your situation. The market is moving quickly this year, so if you're even thinking about making a change, this is the right time to reach out. But before you make any decisions about where to move, you need to see why Montclair is now ranked New Jersey's #1 suburb in 2025. I just uncovered the major hidden reasons why luxury buyers are abandoning Brooklyn for Montclair, including access to premium amenities that are impossible to find in New York City at any price. Click on the video on your screen and let's dive in.